Happy New Year, everyone! I'm taking it back to 2022 when our room for our homeschooling room looked like this. This was the beginning of the year, and fast forward 12 months and we kind of ended up looking like this. So we have had the end of the year upon us, and our massive learning room table has become a dumping ground for projects. We have games on the floor and books that need to go. All of our shelves have functioned really, really well with our baskets, but they do obviously need a clean out. The end of the table has become a bit of a mishmash, as well as our cupboard, our learning room cupboard that we have used forever. Again, it's kind of been hard to get to it, to be honest, because you have to go around the table to get to it. And so I had been thinking that it might be time to start to make a plan to downsize the table. It becomes a real problem because, as you can see underneath there, I've got all of our KiwiCo kits on the table. Oh, this is underneath the table here. So yeah, KiwiCo kits just end up being piled on top of a make and do box there that I'm pointing to. We love the make and do box because it has lots of little components, but yeah, then we've got boxes stacked up. We've got piles of books that just seem to keep falling over. So I decided to start, and I moved the chairs out and started to clear off the table, and this is going to be what I'm showing you in this video. Basically, it is a Clean With Me Homeschooling 2023 video. I actually love Clean With Me videos. They somehow get me really super motivated. I'm not sure if you can hear that in the background. That's my children in another room playing very excitedly on the Wii together. So it's school holidays. School holidays here means that it is the time to go through and cull everything so that we can really prepare intentionally for the beginning of a busy learning year. You're going to see my younger two popping in and out of the video because we actually filmed this over a couple of days. It wasn't just one day. There's a lot of culling that needed to happen. We went from having 5 kids learning at home to 4 to 3 really quickly, and then from 3 down to 2. But the last year when I was sort of in between going from 3 to 2 kids, or the year before that even, was when I was really sick with lupus. Those of you who have followed along will know that I have lupus, and at the moment I'm much more stable than I have been in the past. And so, yeah, thanks to medication that I'm taking. So that has meant that I actually have the energy at the moment to do this big cull, whereas a year ago in the summer holidays and the year before that I was in bed. So, but even a year ago I wasn't at a point where I could do it. So I'm colour coding this year. I'm colour coding my games so that they're easier to find, and our puzzles, I'm going to move these ones across and free up a little bit more space. I've culled quite a few of our bookshelves. We used to have 2 bookshelves for science and 2 bookshelves for history books, and just with 2 learning at home now, I've found that I don't need as many books in our home library, and a lot of those books we've also have used them, and they're younger. They're at a younger age than what my kids are now. So they have served 5 children well, a lot of the resources that I'm culling, and so it's time to pass it on to other people. So I'm going down through all of our baskets, and this bit here is really, when you get to that point where you think, ugh, it's messier than when I first started. The bookshelves are looking great, but the actual floor and table, not so much. I always get to this bit where it's really messy and think, why did I start this? But you just have to keep pushing through, right? So I decided that I'm going to empty out our learning room cupboard that we have used for 14 years, and that it is time to say goodbye to that and to give somebody else a chance to own it. But I've got lots of piles of things that need to be either given away or put into special boxes. I've got some keepsakes from my mum and some things from my sister-in-law who's travelled overseas, and those are really special keepsakes for geography that I want to be able to refer to. So I'm going to take those and put them into special boxes in our shed that I know where I can, our learning room boxes that I can go and get if I need to, but they're not things that I would use every single day. So you can see there is definitely progress that has been made in terms of the big table is gone. I've got a little sewing area set up for Zippy where the learning room cupboard used to be, and a lot of those things that were in the learning room cupboard, I've popped them into those end baskets. So having a round table, which I was able to purchase from a friend of mine, having the round table has really freed up and opened up the space, and it's given that area where I could put the sewing table. That has been really helpful, and you can see that little cupboard I bought from a buy, swap and sell locally, and that's going to hold the modem and the printer paper and printer inks and things. So I need to move a couple of things out of this room and get sorted with kind of the last bits of tidying. I've got the KiwiCo box that I need to deal with, and the stack of chairs, all of those little things on the table, that's the KiwiCo box there. So yeah, I'm going to get into that now. I always love the beginning of the year because it just feels like, you know, there's a lot of potential, I guess, and it just is always nice to start it off with a fresh space. So I'm really, really happy with the way that that has opened up the room, and I'm still going to keep that big table for the time being, but we're going to have it outside as an art table. So yeah, it's time to sort through things like pencils and resources that we already have, so that when I do our stationery for the beginning of the year, I don't go buying crazily. So this is it, guys. This is what it's looking like, and I'm really, really happy with it. A lot of stuff has gone. I think there's about 6 bags worth of resources that I have been able to cull, and games and things as well. And this is the final walkthrough tour. Everything in its place to start the year off. It won't obviously always be in its place, but at least I feel like if everything has a place, then we can put it back. Zippy loves her little sewing table. I like that cupboard. It really helps to keep things, it's going to help to keep things organised there. We've still got our little bookshelf and our whiteboard, and that's just going to help us continue to stay hopefully as well organised as possible for the year. But yeah, as I say, it's opened up the space, and I'm really happy with that result. So thanks so much for coming along with me and having a look at what it looks like this year to begin 2023, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.